Hi, welcome to Quested, everybody. As you can see, we're all sitting in a different formation just to change things up. I'm going to be the next Daddy Master for the next short season that we're doing. Oh God, I have nothing to introduce this into. This is so fucking awkward.
The downtimes are like a little interesting.
We're essentially going to be talking about my thing that I'm doing. I bet you were wondering what I was going to say there.
I bet you want an explanation right now.
I bet you're hanging on every word.
Pause in between my sentences to keep the tension going.
Is that not what you're doing?
Huh? Yeah, that's what I always do.
Yeah.
I learned it from Obama. Amongst other things.
I was going to say that.
It's the 7-minute hand-drawn ads on YouTube where they don't even tell you what it's about, even at the end. They're like, pay $900.
I feel like that's every car commercial. They market it as something else, and then at the end, a really nice car drives up, and it's like, Toyota.
Yeah. I love the endless game ads that just keep going on like Instagram, where you're just scrolling and then you're just looking at some guy like,
and you have to tap it 3 times for some reason to get past it.
To get it like away from it.
Yeah.
It's like fucking mobile ads.
Anyway,
Mobile
what were you
ads.
saying, Mikey, David?
Wow.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
All right, I'm gonna head out. Actually, that's it for
I was
me, guys.
more laughing at the name that you said.
Mikey, David.
There's a little Nate-sized hole in all our hearts right now.
I don't know. So I feel like, wow, this is crazy. I feel like we're just gonna talk about like the concept of the thing, and then we'll go over like your guys' characters, like how you came up with it and stuff.
I don't mind. If you want me to just ask you some questions, some
that
Barbara
would
Walters
be incredible.
shit. I don't have anything prepared, but we'll just fire off the top.
I mean, I literally wrote down notes.
Oh, okay.
Of stuff to talk about.
Do you want to just let everybody know like the vibe, the aesthetic, the setting?
Essentially, it's going to be like a horror western. It takes place in like a fantasy setting, but it's very much like western leaning. I just kind of wanted to do like a weird western thing. We watched. I guess we only ended up watching one western movie.
Oh no, we watched Django too.
Oh yeah, we did. We also watched Django. We watched Django and A Fistful of Dollars with Clint Eastwood.
With that crazy ADR, that whole movie. That shit was nuts.
The movie that they dubbed over their lines after they filmed it.
If someone told me that it was fully recorded in Italian, like all the spaghetti westerns, and then they just dubbed over, I'd believe it.
Yeah, no, it was weird. It was so weird to watch.
All the white dudes playing not white dudes.
Oh yeah, dude.
That was crazy.
They just gave them the fucking self-tanner.
Some little bronzer, and they were like, "You're good to go, baby."
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, horror western.
I don't know how much I should go into the setting.
You don't have to do like the whole description unless you want to.
Right. Wow. So okay, I guess just like a brief little synopsis of like what's happening is essentially like, you know, typical fantasy setting. I don't have names for a lot of things, so don't come at me. It's basically like in America adjacent, like 18th century fantasy type fucking country that didn't expand west because there was a giant mountain and a meteor crashed down and essentially like altered the terrain, and everything west is supposed to be like this weird alien like environment essentially, and there's a pollution that makes it hard to survive in, and
which is so cool.
Thank you. And essentially like all of the cowboys and everything and the people that go west, they have to take on curses, which can manifest in different ways, like making a deal with the devil, getting cursed by a witch, getting bit by a vampire. Like, basically just, it's kind of broad for, just to make it easier for everybody.
Stuff that makes you, like, inhuman, essentially.
Yeah, essentially you have to, take on, this supernatural, power that negatively affects you so that you can survive in this environment. And then all the people who are traveling west, because it's essentially supposed to be chase your dreams west. Normal people, if they don't take on curses, they turn into they go gray, essentially. You lose your soul, you lose your color.
Halloween Town 2, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, I wish you wouldn't have fucking said that.
No, I'm glad you said that, because that's fucking... I love that that is where that idea basically stemmed from. I essentially wanted people to turn into, monsters over time, against their will. Whereas, if you take on a curse, you're essentially choosing which monster you become, but you don't... You still, retain your sanity to some extent.
And the dichotomy between that is going to be crazy.
Yeah, I just like the idea of doing, I like the survival aspect of it, and then injecting, a horror setting into it.
It's fun. We haven't done horror, really, at the table. I mean, we've done, horrific shit. There's one specific thing that I remember from your homebrew where there was, fly people. Do you remember that?
Oh, and they talked.
Or they were not fly people. They were, insect people, right?
Yeah, I think they were giant insects. They were giant flies.
But they had, people. They had, human aspects, right?
They had, people parts, and they were talking to you and, asking for help.
And I remember being actually scared.
They were asking for help to kill themselves. Yeah. To unalive themselves.
Yeah.
They were like, please unalive me.
That was nightmarish.
Yeah.
Pretty nightmarish.
Yeah. And the way you painted it, plus the music, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it was funny because I think it stemmed from a bit where
I did, yeah. I fucking accidentally talked as one of the flies, and Mikey was like, "Wait, do they talk?" And I was like, "Yeah, they're scary and fucking weird ass flies that talk now."
Yeah, I feel like I don't know because I tried to do. So this will be the first time that I'm DMing in a while. I feel like it's been over a year at this point.
Yeah, besides modules,
Well. That was probably a year ago, or more than a year ago. Yeah.
I thought that was in the summer.
I don't think so.
Oh, my time is...
Holy shit, yeah.
My time dilation's fucked up.
I could be wrong, because mine also was super fucked up, but, yeah, the last thing that I did was Curse of Strahd, and I very much enjoy the setting. It's written very well. I did not enjoy running it at all. It's also kind of the reason why I want to do a short setting, because I feel like long-term DMing just really takes a toll on me. So, and it's also hard to balance, work life and, friends and everything on top of doing this.
Yeah, so you have to put a lot of effort towards...
Yeah, DMing is just fucking hard. It takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
True.
So I just kind of wanted to transition into more of for me personally, I'm more interested in doing short 10 to 20 episode things as opposed to 30, 50. I don't know how long this is going to be because I've never done a story short form like this. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see how it turns out.
It'll be fun though. I think it'll come more naturally than you're expecting.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we do. When we originally started playing D&D, we didn't invest as much time into it, so we were doing 3 episodes. It would be let's do a one-shot that would turn into a fucking 5-7 episode thing.
Yeah, 7-shot.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah,
the one shot that just goes 13 episodes.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. He got away from me. But what else you got for us? So we got the Greys. We got the pollution. We have the western expansion.
So I guess to kind of be more informative about the setting, because I mean I am gonna talk about it in the first episode.
Yeah, you don't want to show all your cards too quick.
I mean, I'm showing all my cards right now.
No, I mean, I know. I was just ooping what you were saying. Essentially, fucking, I
I wanted to go along with, like, concepts of, like, the manifest destiny fucking bullshit, like capitalism is moving west and, like, it's society meeting, like, nature and everything, and
Clashing.
yeah, all, like, the rich government people are, like, trying to take advantage of the fact that there's, like, this new environment. So there's companies that are trying to pave the way west as fast as they can to take advantage of the natural resources, the supernatural resources. Yeah, so essentially, I mean, I'm just, riffing off of a lot of shit that's actually happened and trying to do it as well, like, in a fantasy-adjacent setting.
Yeah, you were, like, what was, like, your inspirations?
So that's actually very interesting because I was trying to think about it. So originally, this idea stemmed from a character that I came up with that I honestly might end up playing later on in something that Will does. I very much enjoy, like, when I've always loved movies as a kid, and I like horror movies, I liked Western movies, I liked all that shit, and I created a character called William Whispers, and it was this, like, it was supposed to be, like, occult meets Western, which is this setting, like, to its core, and it's about, like, this dude who robs a train with his gang, and they find occult shit, and essentially, like, they awake a devil, and he kind of, like, has to, like, cross the country to, like, track down this devil, which is very funny, because I was trying to, like, write down all the things that were interesting me about, like, making this setting, and I'm a fan of, like, Bloodborne, and, like I said, Western movies. There was this game that I played as a kid, which is where the idea of where William came from, and I looked it up. I originally thought the game was called Jericho, which is a Clive Barker game.
I was gonna say I've heard of that.
It's not that game. I found the game very quickly after, and I must have, like, subconsciously injected most of the ideas from this game into not only this character, but, like, the setting.
Oh, really?
The game is called Dark Watch. It's from the early 2000s. I think it's, like, 2006.
Damn.
I played it on the PlayStation 2. I played it for maybe 3 hours when I was a kid, because it was back when my attention span was fucking, I mean, it's not that great now, but it wasn't any better when I was a kid. The setting of the game is this dude who robs a train.
Yep.
And unwittingly awakens a vampire lord.
Got you.
Who turns him into a vampire.
Double got you.
Damn.
And then
Jesus.
Damn, David.
I read this before I got here, and I was like, wow.
Oh, you just found this out.
Yeah. I literally was like, because I was like, oh, like, what's the stuff that I can talk about while we're doing this? So I was like, let me try to find this game. And I looked it up, and I was, like, scratching my head. I was like, this is like the same. This is beat for beat the same shit.
We came to do a session 0, and we're actually just scrapping the entire
Yeah.
So, in summation, we're not doing it anymore.
So I was lying for 20 minutes.
I mean, at least the story that I came up with for the podcast isn't the same thing.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, telling a story in D&D is always going to be different.
Yeah, it's just funny because, like, this character that I like, I remember being, like, I was at work and I, like, I was just sitting there, like, thinking of, like, a Western character because one of our friends plays, he plays, like, a cowboy.
Yeah, tiefling cowboy.
Yeah, he's very, very cool character. And I was like, oh, like, I like Western shit. Like, it'd be cool to come up with a character. And I started thinking of it, and I came up with all these ideas. And I remember texting Will about it, and I was like, oh, like, this would be so cool. This is so dope. And then I look up this game, and I'm just like, wow. God. I was like,
10-year-old David
yeah,
was really...
I don't remember that I remember this stuff.
Yeah, just delete your search history and move on. Like you never saw it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I've never heard of Dark
I've never
Water
played that.
Watch.
What is it?
I've never played that game. I've never seen that. Never even thought about it.
And now I'm mad.
And now I'm gonna kill you.
The main character's name is Jericho, though.
Oh,
That's
well,
why I
mean,
thought that.
makes sense.
Yeah, I literally remember I rented it for the weekend from like Family Video. Played it for a couple hours, and it must have really made an impression on me.
Those 3 hours were life-changing.
Yeah, you stood up after those 3 hours, and you were like, "This is gonna come back someday."
Just give it 10
in a
years.
big way. This is gonna come back.
God damn.
Oh, apparently it was received very well as a game.
Oh, really?
Especially by me, apparently.
Yeah, the target audience.
Yeah, I was the target audience.
Damn.
Yeah, it was
I was gonna.
great moment for me to sit there and be like, wow, my whole writing process is a lie. It's just me ripping off shit that I watched when I was a kid.
Isn't that just
That's all D&D.
That's a lot of
And-
writing. I mean,
Yeah, that's all creativity at this point.
yeah, you're paying homage. You're not stealing.
Mm.
You're not, dude.
Yeah. You can say what you want, but it's not going to change my mind.
Well, it sounded like stealing, but let's move on.
Yeah, I mean, we're just like split on the opposite sides of the table
Yeah.
here.
Do you guys want to talk
Yeah.
about your characters?
Of course. So, my character is he's kind of a character I've had in planning for a while because I've been wanting to play this Blood Hunter idea I had where he's like a Frankenstein type character, just pieced together from different parts and has like a fucking little arc reactor on his back that deals damage to him. And with this character, I kind of went above and beyond. I feel like I made him super aesthetically Frankenstein-y, I think. He's just a monster at this point. I won't fully describe him, but like... Oh, God. I just can't wait for everyone to hear his voice, honestly.
Do you want to say the class?
Oh, yeah.
makeup?
So I am 8 levels in Blood Hunter, and I'm 4 levels in Barbarian. I'm doing, what the fuck is it? Ghost Hunter, Blood Hunter, and I'm doing Wild Magic Barbarian.
Terrifying.
And it's just,
Terrifying.
yeah, it's terrifying. It's going to be so horny to play. I cannot wait.
Horny and like a parenthetical is like positive, right?
He said
Yeah,
what
and,
he said.
and the literal physical guttural reaction. Yeah.
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 Way different energy at the table.
You said let him cook.
Hold up, let him cook.
Yeah. He's kind of like a mysterious figure. Doesn't know too much about his past and is just wandering the sands. And I pass my turn to Mikey.
Do you want to say his name?
Oh yeah, his name is Luther Blackblood.
So fucking cool. Such a good
Insane.
name.
Fucking wild. So yeah, I can't compete with that. But I'm a little. Not little at all. Usually I like playing little weirdos, but I'm playing a full send wild card rogue. What level are we? You said
12.
12. We're 12.
Yeah, we're level
So
12.
12 levels of rogue all the way, baby. I am based off an Eladrin, but I'm not an Eladrin. I don't think. I don't really know how we flavored it.
I didn't even know what your race was before you just said it.
Oh, really? Shit.
Yeah.
I think I asked you at a point if I could be an Eladrin. Like, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
So essentially, like, I didn't develop too much in the way of like how the typical D&D races go into it. I wasn't imagining it being any different from normal. Like
Okay.
I wanted to leave it open enough to where like if you guys came up with ideas that you could inject it into the setting
Oh, rad.
Yeah, so like I didn't want to like take away from like I didn't want to be like, oh, like it's America. Like it's not America.
It's only humans. You can't play any.
It's
other
only
races.
humans. I don't accept other races at my table. Tieflings, fuck no. Eladrin.
Everyone can only be fighters.
Oh my god.
That's the rule.
It made my fucking
Unless you
skin
give me
crawl.
a really good reason why you could be anything else.
It's a
And
low
I'm gonna
magic
debate you on the
world.
reason.
Yeah.
Now
We're going to have to discuss for 2 hours.
And I'm gonna be screaming the entire time. I will rip my vocal cords to make sure you don't play anything other than human fighter.
yeah, I didn't. I mean, if you want to play like a straight, because I know yours. I know what you're playing. I don't know if you want me to say it. I won't.
Yeah, it's a reborn human.
Yeah,
Forgot about that.
yours is. I mean, pretty straightforward. Like you don't really have to do much flavoring there.
I don't mind being just like a straight up Eladrin. That'd be sick. I mean, I can picture him with like elven ears.
Yeah, that's totally fine with me. I didn't. I mean, I figured unless it was important to your character, we wouldn't really like go into
He's
the
just
fucking
yeah,
your cultural background.
Nah, he's just like a normal ass dude. Like he's not. They weren't like. They're not from the Fae. Like Eladrin are from the Feywild in
Yeah.
like normal D&D. So I don't know. I picture him being like growing up on the material plane or whatever.
This is kind of. I constantly change my mind when I'm writing. I thought that it would be kind of interesting. It honestly also doesn't fucking matter, and probably will never come up ever again. I wanted this to be kind of like a offshoot of my homebrew campaign that I've been writing for.
Oh yeah, that's a new development, right?
Mhm.
What do you mean?
Well, for us, it's
Yeah, I
new.
was gonna say. I think you just recently.
Oh
told
yeah,
us.
I wasn't planning on doing that originally, but like there's just too many cool ideas, and I like I wanted to include like Lovecraftian concepts, and so I was like, I might as well just like this is more for like the guys than it is for the actual podcast, but
Yeah,
so like all that shit is
sick.
totally fine.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm playing Bowie Green, Beaumont Bowie Green. He is a wild card rogue. He has his curse is vampirism. He sought out because basically you need like an oxygen mask, right, to survive
Yeah,
the
so
pollution.
yeah, so basically like the pollution, the way that it affects people is it like sucks the soul out of them essentially, and then like rich people developed a way that they could wear like gas masks and like have special like oxygen container like canisters or whatever, and they give like a limited supply to people who can afford it, which is not a lot because most of the people are like struggling to survive
Yeah.
on the frontier, and yeah, so essentially like the rich people have like all of the access to not turning gray and also not having to be cursed.
God. The 1%.
Mm-hmm.
True.
So my guy wants to be a part of the 1%. But yeah, he sought out one of the vampire people, railway baron people.
Yeah, so one of the companies that is like trying to race west is a railroad company, and there's the railroad barons.
And one of them's a vampire family.
Yeah, there's like the big four, and one of them actually like has a curse.
Damn. Sorry if I spoiled something.
No, I mean that was just a huge
Yeah,
reveal.
you just throw your phone at the wall.
We could just wrap this up.
Hey,
Actually,
put the lighter down. Don't light your phone on fire.
I'll just rewrite a bunch of stuff.
David just gives you his phone and just says, "Yeah, just read everything on there."
Yeah, might as well.
Here's my notes. Actually, I don't care anymore.
We sit down for session 1 and your hands on the back of my neck. And you're like,
Do you want to say anything else?
oh no, I'm the Tom Holland of the podcast.
Yeah, I give Mikey little bits of information, and he's just like, "It's so cool."
Wait,
So
that's
Tobey
actually
Maguire's
true.
gonna be the 4th of this season.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm pretty cut and dry. The most of the stuff is in the backstory, kind of like Luther's
Yeah.
vibe. But yeah, I'm a little vampire guy. Well, I'm little. I'm like fucking 6 foot. But I'm a vampire elven guy, swindler, fucking thinks he's more suave than he is. And he is currently running from the Pinkertons.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and that's basically it. I don't really have much else I could say without spoiling things.
Right,
for my
yeah.
thing. But I'm really excited. I have never played a rogue before. It'll be my first time.
Rogues are so much fun.
I can't
Rogues
wait.
are dope.
My phase step is the one where I can choose someone to teleport instead of me.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna throw this fucking tank at everybody.
You can swap
God.
with people?
I can choose to send them instead of me.
That's interesting.
You have
It's
to
gonna
be
be
in touch
wacky.
range, but I just walk up to him, slap him on the back, and just throw him at people.
True. Oh,
Fucking.
God.
We also have someone coming on the podcast as opposed to Nate being on.
Yeah, Nate took a little sabbatical.
Yeah, he's on
little break.
hiatus right
He's on
now.
paternity leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's on maternity leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Nate had a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Nate's pregnant.
Nate made it happen. We didn't believe that he would, but he got pregnant.
Yeah, I didn't think the guys could get pregnant, but
Yeah.
I'm
I'm happy for him.
yeah, something new happens every day.
Yeah. It keeps screaming from his womb. I don't know what's going on.
It's insane.
Yeah, so we have our buddy Cade coming on. We're excited to have him.
It's gonna be dope.
It's gonna be crazy.
He's newer to D&D. He's a big fan of like the books and everything.
Oh yeah, the R.A. Salvatore stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he's read like all of them.
Yeah.
It's insane.
He was telling me about Drist and like his dad and shit, and I was just like, bro, I would play the
Yeah.
Forgotten Realms more if I had this sick.
What the fuck? I didn't know this lore.
Yeah, it's super interesting because he's very new to D&D, like playing it. Like I don't think he has much experience outside of the few times that we played with him.
Yeah, I think he's only played like a couple times before that.
Yeah, so he's still fresh to all of it. We're excited to have him on. He's playing. He's playing a religious man who's traveling west to find his god, essentially.
God,
Yeah.
so cool. He's based off the Book of Eli, right?
Oh yeah, I think that's kind of where his
Original.
yeah, like where he's stemming his character off of, because he is blind.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
It's so badass. Oh my
Yeah.
god, this character idea is so
Nuts.
cool.
What class is he also?
Honestly, I have no idea. I did. I sent a couple things his way, hoping.
I know you
That it
talked
would-
about that one paladin subclass.
Yeah. I'm interested to see if he ends up playing that. I don't really know where his mind is at, because again, he's new, so he's
Yeah.
like up in the air about a lot of things.
It's exciting though.
Yeah.
True.
It's always fun playing with like newer people because they have like a fresh kind of take. Like they'll throw things at you that you didn't expect.
Yeah. Right.
Mhm.
Like I know he fucking did because he told me some ideas he had, and I was like,
Yeah, me and him talked like extensively about his character, and like the stuff that he would like we came up with together, like it was wild. Because I originally didn't anticipate him being in the campaign, so I was like, I had approached him and was like, hey, like, I was like, I wanted your advice because me and him have similar interests, and like he also likes cosmic horror and everything. He obviously read like the old D&D novels, so I was like asking him what he thought about certain ideas that I had, and he was like, oh, like what if you did this, or like, oh, like what if it was like this, and I was just like, holy fuck, I never thought about it like that. So I mean, I have him to thank for a lot of like basically like what the story is now came from a lot. Like I had like a base foundation, but like I don't think it would have gotten to where it is if it wasn't for like the conversations that we had. So he in a big way is it'll be interesting to see him in the campaign
yeah,
as opposed to like me and him just like shooting the shit about it.
I'm fucking excited.
It's gonna be really dope. I am also excited. I'm extremely fucking nervous about it, but
You're gonna do great.
thank you.
I believe.
Did you guys at any point have any like other characters in mind?
Immediately had a completely different character. I don't know about you. Do you want to?
Yeah, I had a character in mind. Immediately also it was between like Luther and this other like priest character who I was gonna
play a religious dude too.
I was gonna play like an evil religious dude who
Oh.
like fucking I forget what it was gonna be. He was gonna kind of just be like fucking with like, you know, the Commonwealth people, which would have fucking sucked.
It sucked for
like,
you or for them?
Yeah, I thought about it and I was like, I don't know if I want to do an evil guy for my first time. Like,
Not being Isaac.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I guess you were Orgoth on the show too.
Orgoth isn't evil though.
Well, no, I just mean like first time not being Isaac.
Oh yeah, I just mean like
I fact checked myself.
I wouldn't want to
in
be
real time.
like an evil person, like my first evil person played in D&D ever on like a podcast, because that could go fucking like monumentally wrong, where I just die in the third episode.
Yeah, you're just a menace for the entire table, and then you just die.
Yeah.
I was gonna play a gun paladin, like a father fucking whatever that just was like pull up on people and smite with the gun.
That'd be fucking sick.
That would be dope.
But then I was like, I always go for like very like serious people when I make characters, and I always have a bad time. So I was like, I just want to be someone kind of like silly. Someone who doesn't take themselves seriously.
That's kind of, well, I mean, I guess we'll talk about that more, but that's kind of why I ended up playing Glitch. Because I was I can't long form dedicate myself to someone who's too serious.
I mean, to bring back the fucking same trite conversation we always fucking say on the podcast, the mall campaign, Pepperoni was kind of serious at first.
Yeah.
And then he he really leaned into being
so fucking chaotic.
Sociopathic.
We were playing so like it would be like we'd play like once a month.
Yeah, it was
maybe.
so disjointed.
So like when we would come back, I just had that like chaotic like one shot energy.
It also was the pandemic. Like it was we like it was our
Was it?
Yeah, it was like post like when things were starting to open. It was 2021. Things were starting to open back up. Maybe it was 2020. No.
It was 2020.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I didn't leave my house in 2020.
Yeah, I don't think I did either.
I must be so like separated from when it actually happened.
I thought it was in 2021. I'm pretty sure.
Did we start before the pandemic, or was it like people started to go out again and then we started playing?
I think it was that, because I was very like, I'm not seeing anybody.
Yeah.
I know we did the Orgoth stuff on FaceTime.
Oh, it
in the
happened.
pandemic.
Yeah, at a point
we did it over Zoom.
Yeah,
at a point we were
we
doing
all
it
played
like that.
But then
that was fun, low key.
That was really fun.
That was super fun for me.
It was nice to do it on FaceTime. I would do that more, honestly.
Or
Discord.
Oh yeah, but I just lost completely where that conversation started.
Just other characters we had.
No, yeah, I was super chaotic as Pepperoni, because it was just like we were playing.
Well, it didn't matter.
No,
it was fun.
exactly. We were playing so far like apart in episodes, and then it was just like at that point I was like, I've established that I'm a chaotic character.
Yeah, a fuckboy.
Yeah, basically, yeah, I was playing a fuckboy. Well, because I wanted to.
So funny.
It was so fun.
Because I wanted to play him like. Because we were doing like the stereotypical like mall people, and I was like, I just want to be like super edgy, like essentially like what the child version of David thought that he wanted to be,
like the black coffee Newport line worker.
With a beanie.
With a beanie who like hates
standing
everybody.
over the fryer.
Talking about poetry and just how much he wants to kill himself.
Yeah, just the edgiest
the best type
character.
of person you could know.
Just a stand-up person, honestly.
Objectively hot. I mean,
yeah. No, yeah.
I don't even think you showed your face as the pepperoni.
No,
the
I
entire
did.
time.
I took it off eventually, and I was just like, I think I said I looked like Zuko with long hair and without the scar.
So a fuckboy.
I was like, I want to be handsome and edgy.
I mean, it worked. It was scary.
I did have fun. Yeah, I think I definitely probably could have dialed it back, but I did enjoy playing that.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but finding that finding the nice in between of like dialed back but also really chaotic as a player is a lot more fun than like. Well, I really like serious moments too, but it's a lot more fun than having like a serious concept right out the gate.
Yeah, that's true. Having goofy characters have serious moments is definitely more like fulfilling in the long run, because like you get to do what you want to do, but also you get those moments that like everyone wants to have.
Like the big dramatic moments.
Yeah, like the fucking second episode, I remember we always talk about it. Fucking how we started talking about like death and shit.
A bunch of idiots just talking like very real about death. Which, if you think about that was probably some subconscious shit from the pandemic. Not gonna lie.
Maybe.
Yeah, probably, honestly.
It was kind of interesting because I think I was riffing off of like something that you had mentioned, and I like was very much leaning into playing like the ninja assassin character.
Yeah.
And I was like, how would he contribute to this conversation? Probably in a fucking just super philosophical, crazy way.
Yeah.
God.
Oh my god.
But I'm excited. Like I like I guess not goofy, but goofy aspects of characters.
I don't know.
Making them like take themselves less seriously via playing them a certain way.
I feel like we are all goofy people, so it's more fun.
A couple of goofballs.
Yeah, we're just a bunch of silly guys.
We're like family.
Yeah, just a bunch of. You sound like my boss.
Well, you should be happy to work, right?
I'm gonna leave. You're making me really uncomfortable.
Come on. What's going on? Well, we're not meeting in the middle on something. I don't know.
Crawling inside myself right now.
You don't want to die for capitalism?
We are a family, like a giant tree, reaching up to the sky. What are we talking about?
Was that improv?
No, that was show tunes. Dream Girls, 2006.
Sorry.
Damn, get fucked.
Sorry.
It's probably not 2006. 2009, 2006, I don't know.
Beyonce was in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah.
Classic. Anyway, I think that's what I kind of went for with this character also with Luther. I wanted to be more goofy this time.
Because he's like discombobulated, right? Is the best way to describe him?
Yeah, he's definitely discombobulated and kind of thrown out of whack with just reality itself, kind of. His own, like, perspective on reality and just reality in general. He's kind of just, like, looking around a lot.
I'm so fucking excited to see, like, how he plays with the party and stuff.
I know, it's going to be fun.
It's going to be... I'm very, very... I haven't, like... I mean, you haven't really DM'd in, like, a long time. Especially something from your own brain.
Yeah, so, like, even pre-doing the Strahd thing... I think before that we hadn't played in a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't done anything specifically in a very long time, so it'll be fun to like actually DM shit that like I have come up with. That was the hardest thing with doing the Strahd thing because it was so much like everything was like this is horror, like you're doing horror, make it scary, make it tense, and I just felt like I was so caught up in the idea of doing it exactly how it was in the book that I forgot about just doing like natural improv shit. And like I was so like nervous about going off of what was happening in the story because in my head I was like, oh, it's got to get to a certain point. How can I get to that point if I don't like buckle down and make sure that they're like hitting the shit that they need to or interacting the way that they're supposed to? And then I just was like, this is not conducive for D&D for me.
Yeah.
I know other people might feel differently, but like I like horror, and I was using that as a way to tackle a horror setting because eventually I want to like do my homebrew, which is supposed to be like Lovecraftian-esque, like Bloodborne inspired. And I was like, oh, like I'll use this as like a learning opportunity. And then I was doing it, and I was like, this is not at all what I want it to be. It just felt too like I was trying so hard to do something. That's why I'm excited to do this, because while it is like a supernatural, like horror-esque setting, it's supposed to be more focused on like the survival aspect and like downtrodden characters just trying to like make their way. Whereas like it has horror elements, but it's not so like heavy-handed.
They're not shoving it in your face. Right?
Yeah, like I'm not sitting there trying to be like, ooh, this is scary, isn't it?
Yeah, body rolling in like a sheet. 2 eye holes.
Shaking my ass like, aren't you
scared?
Fucking modules are kind of like that, though. Like, a lot of modules I've noticed, like, between doing, like, Ghosts of Saltmarsh and, like, Candlekeep Mysteries.
Oh yeah.
The only problems I ever run into are like consistency issues because like there's something like 3 pages away from where it was initially stated in the book that says, oh, and by the way, don't forget to do this specific thing when this happens.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that was 17 minutes ago in session, so
Yeah. I
Yeah.
can't stop in the middle of it and change something that happened.
it doesn't give you much leeway to improvise, which is like DMing itself.
Also, like, who wants to study to just have fun?
Yeah, that's true.
That's the thing that's hard because it's like I enjoyed reading all the stuff that was like prepared for Curse of Strahd, and like I really enjoyed the characters that were in there, but every time I was like trying to convey like a specific place or a certain character, I just always felt like I wasn't doing it justice, or like I would get frustrated because it wouldn't come off the way that I felt that it was supposed to. And it was like I wanted so badly to deviate from what the book had planned, but then I felt like I was doing the book a disservice. And I was like, this doesn't feel fair, because it's like, if I want to do this, I should do it like the right way, quote unquote. But then like the more I was doing it, I was like the more unhappy I was. And then when I would do stuff that was like from my own brain, I was like, this is fun. Like I am having fun doing this. So I feel like, I don't know, I personally am super turned off by running modules based on that, because it just, to me, it's like I would rather just flex my own writing skills as opposed to like trying to impart someone else's. And it's like, I felt like it was difficult for me to like want to do right by the book, but then also like be like, all right, well, I'm only having fun when I'm doing my own stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know, that's what I took from doing it, and I'll probably never do a book ever again, you know, in short.
He's putting it in writing, folks.
It's on video now.
Yeah.
Next time you're on a module, I'm going to pull this video up. 32 minutes, and yeah.
Well, it's just funny because it's like, the way that we got into Strahd was I started running stuff in like the Forgotten Realms setting. Like it started on the Sword Coast. I was doing like one-shots that I found on DM's Guild.
Damn.
And I was stringing stories that had nothing to do with each other together, and it was fun.
So much fun.
I had a lot of fun. I got to
know
like
a lot of stories from that.
Yeah.
I got to create a bunch of characters and like take like base ideas from like these short things and then like try and expand upon them. Whereas like once we got into doing Strahd, I was like, okay, this is supposed to be a specific way. Like I have to do it a specific way, and we didn't end up getting to finish it because I don't remember scheduling conflicts. And then
Which one? The first time we tried to play?
The first time, yeah.
COVID hit right when we had our last session like the week before like lockdown.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wild.
I know,
Oh
it was
yeah,
insane.
that's true. Yeah,
Because we had a fucking insane 6-hour session.
yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Was it really that long?
It was long as fuck.
Jesus.
Because
Oh, you're playing like 3 characters.
2 people couldn't make it, and I was
one of
playing
them.
3 characters. And fucking, yeah, like 5 times throughout the session, I was like, we're all dead. Like, we're gonna die.
I feel like I had way more energy the first time because I was coming from a place of like, even though I was doing an established setting, I wasn't doing a module. Like I was just making shit up in the Forgotten Realms.
There's a story outside of just Strahd.
Yeah.
I think that's like why it was so cool that we had things that were beyond Strahd, and we weren't just like people in the fog, like coming out like, oh, well, I've never been to this place.
Yeah.
Let's go kill the guy that lives here.
Let's go kill the devil up in the castle now.
Do you think that running kind of like a piecemeal, like chainmail kind of fucking story helped you figure this shit out?
I think so. I definitely feel like it, I don't know. I mean, I definitely couldn't tell you what lessons I learned from doing a story in that way, but it's definitely affected how I like DMing because it made me realize, like, I can pick stuff from stories and put it together the way that I want to, as opposed to, like, oh, this is a full-ass story, like, run it the way that it's, like
written.
told to you, yeah.
Because I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of counterintuitive to D&D also, because the whole point is it's collaborative and the players literally throw you curveballs.
I feel like the problem is that with the module, like, they want you to go off the book, but it's like, you're giving me all this stuff, like, how am I not gonna fucking use it?
True.
But then it's like, I don't know. I feel like there are people out there who probably work way better with it. I know that, like, I was very much on, like, the subreddit for Curse of Strahd, and there was people who, like, that's what they did. They
That, like,
they solely ran that module for multiple people, and that's why I thought it was such an attainable thing for me, and then I was just, like, not having fun with it. And it was, like, frustrating because I was like, I'm just not fucking doing it.
Well, you can't
right.
present a pervert and expect us not to make fun of him.
Yeah, I know.
It's true. Yeah.
I was like, my big bad evil guy isn't intimidating, and they're like, no, he's a fucking weirdo.
He's an incel. He's not
Yeah.
intimidating.
And that was not fun for me. I was just like, quit making fun of him.
Aw,
Aw, you want to abduct this girl, you fucking weirdo?
you fucking You
Dude.
killed your brother because you're in love, you
Yeah.
fucking weirdo.
I killed my brother because I liked his girlfriend.
Let's
Like,
say.
sick. You're dope.
Yeah, we're supposed to be scared of this guy.
Oh no, I'm biting my fingernails.
Someone don't forget his coffee order. He's gonna get really mad.
Every time he showed up, we were all like, let's fucking fuck this
jump
dude
him.
up right now. Like,
I think we ran at him at one point.
yeah, we did.
I should have killed you guys.
You should have. You can't, though.
Hey, my man, you did.
Oh. No, I did. I get that credit.
my man, you did.
I get that credit.
Hey, we're even, right?
Wait, what are we talking about?
Asha died.
When I killed Asha
Oh, yeah, that's right.
with the door bomb.
Yeah, that was your fault.
Yeah.
That's fair.
When you put that door in front of me that said "Do not open," it was screaming "Open" to me.
I did not read the first two
No.
words.
I just read "Open."
Open, yeah.
Classic.
I am giddy with excitement to do this.
I'm also very excited. Like I said, the closer we get to it, the more nervous I am. But also, like, I feel like it's just because I haven't started doing it yet, and it'll be fun once I do. But who knows? Maybe it'll fucking suck.
And on that note, that's the end of the episode.
I hope it sucks.
I don't think
Me
it'll suck.
too.
I don't think it'll suck in the slightest. It's hot. You have coffee?
What else? Is that really all there is to cover? I truly, let me look at my notes. I wrote down multiple things that we could go over to talk about, but I truly feel like we hit all of it.
Is that a Stranger Things mug, cup thing? That's crazy.
Making small talk while I look at my
so
notes.
the weather is wild, you know? It's one second.
Did you
there's a
know
blizzard.
Eddie Munson could actually play guitar? And he actually played that song that was played?
The Metallica song?
Eddie Munson.
Edward Munson?
Eddie
his
Munson wouldn't
fucking
treat
name.
me the way you guys treat me, is all I'm saying. What's funny is you think I'm kidding.
Eddie doesn't know you like we know you.
If he knew you like,
Yeah, I bet.
if he knew you like we know you, he would feel the same way.
If Eddie told you to
Nuh-uh.
jump off a bridge, would you jump off
Yeah.
a bridge? You know, let me
Yes,
fit.
I would.
Then do it.
He didn't tell me. I gave the middle finger to Mikey for our audio
On the
listeners.
audio podcast. All of the
The
silence that you're hearing in between is us flipping each other off or giving us cat eyes.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah.
slow blink.
Or slow blinking. Yeah.
That's how we stay friends. We talk shit to each other, and then
Slow
slow blink like cats.
Mixed messaging is how we've maintained 12 years of
Facts.
friendship.
Gaslighting and manipulation is really the foundation of our friendship.
But I mean, yeah, did we hit everything?
We hit all my notes, which is
Oh,
yeah, we're here.
We're here, baby.
True. It's crazy. It's going to be next week from when we're recording that
Oh my-
the new episode will come out.
Yeah, true.
Oh my god, next week from the episode of this,
Mhm.
when it airs. That's nuts.
It's crazy.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
All right.
Well, yeah.
Well, don't forget to check out the socials. Don't forget to check out our Twitter and Instagram at QuestedPod. Don't forget to check out the YouTube for all of our video content and episodes at Quested Podcast. Don't forget to check out the merch. All the boys have been working on some new merch ideas, and we're looking to get them in there and ready to send out ASAP.
They're crazy.
Got some cool T-shirts, some mugs, I think stickers, right?
1 mug, 2 stickers. One, I'll give a little sneak peek. It's a bean. One is a bean logo.
Ooh,
for
classic.
Blint. And, 2 stickers. That one is also, or no, they're both shirts, because, you know, Spring. Sponsored by Sprig. Teespring, whatever. They're really cool. 1 mug, bunch of T-shirts. Yeah, it's gonna be.
It's gonna be exciting. All right. Well, don't forget to come back and listen next week.
Yeah. Bye. Bye.